If you want to understand the strengths and direction of the relationship between two continuous variables, Pearson correlation is the right analysis. Pearson correlation is used when both variables are continuous. For example, study has and test scores. You want to measure the linear relationship between them. The correlation results ranges between -1 and +1. -1 means a perfect negative relationship. +1 means perfect positive relationship. 0 means no relationship. Now let's switch to SPSS dataset for practical section. Our SPSS dataset is now shown. Here we have the student's ID. So we have 100 students that participated in this study. And then we have two variables, and one of them is study has. The second one is test score. How do we run the Pearson correlation analysis? Move your cursor to the top menu and click on Analyze. Then click on Correlate. Then move to bivariates. Click on bivariates. When that is done, you'll see the variables in our data sets. Student ID, study hours, and test score. Our interest is on study hours and test score. So you move study hours here and test score here. When that is done, you may go to option and click option. You'll see mean, statistics, and standard deviation. If you want to report mean, statistics, and standard deviation, you click here. Let's just do that for now. Then click OK. Then make sure that the Pearson here is tick. Pearson correlation is tick because we are running Pearson correlation. Make sure that you tick two tails. Make sure two tails is tick here. Two tail. Then make sure the flag significant correlation is also tick. Very important. When you are done, click OK. The result will display this way. The moment we have displayed the result this way, the first table here is descriptive statistics, showing us the mean and standard deviation. We will not explain this. If you want to understand explanation on mean and standard deviation, you can watch my video on mean and standard deviation. Now, our major emphasis on this is on correlation. So how do we interpret? This is the correlation table. How do we interpret it? If you see, you can see study has here. You can also see test score here. And you see Pearson correlation and significance are two tails. Now let's see how we can subdivide this into two so that you will get it briefly. You understand there are two parts shown here, similar results. Let's divide the table into two. And let's bring one of these to simplify our results. Now, if we have this, we have here, for example, how to interpret this. Let's interpret it step by step. The correlation coefficient you see here, Pearson correlation, shown here, is indicated with arrow. That is why you see here, Pearson correlation usually indicated with arrow. This tells us the strength and direction. So the higher it is closer to 1, the stronger the strength. Remember, when it is 1, it simply means it's positive, perfect positive correlation. If it is negative, means it is negative 1. 1 means perfect negative correlation. Remember, we just said that. Now, if you look at this, you're going to see that, let's go to the results. You see the result does not have negative sign before the 0.967. Simply means it is positive because there's no negative sign attached to this place. So now, let's go to our example here to see. So in our examples, arrow equals to, arrow here means Pearson correlation, equals to 0.967. 0.967, you see it here, which is very strong positive correlation. And then also, if you go down to our result, you're going to see significance, sig, 2 tails. Now, let's go to our result, and 2 tails in our result here is less than 0.001. Let's go to this and see significance 2 tails. This is the p-value. Now, if p-value is less than 0.05, the correlation is statistically significant. A p-value is less than 0.001. Look at it here, less than 0.001. So, what does it mean? This relationship is significant. And the conclusion is that the more students study, the higher their test score. The relationship is very strong and positive. Now, let's see, how do you report it in your thesis or in your manuscripts? Let's see how you can report it. You can report it this way by saying a Pearson correlation was, look at it here, a Pearson correlation was conducted to examine the relationship between study hours and test scores. Results indicated a strong positive correlation between 2 variables. Arrow, which stands for Pearson correlation, equals to 0.97. Approximation of this, look at our Pearson result, 0.967 approximation, give us 9.97. P-value less than 0.001. You can put in your own case also, p-value less than 0.00, less than 0.5 is also correct. You can say p-value less than 0.05 is also correct. Suggesting that increased study hours are associated with higher test score. So this is how to run Pearson correlation using SPSS. If you found this lecture interesting, helpful, kindly like, subscribe, and share with your colleagues so that you don't miss out in subsequent lectures. I am Dr. Turnwait Otu Michael.